Alright, we're starting the stream.
Luigi? Mario!
Alright, let's get these announcements out of the way so we can start this shindig. And then you and I can start a tier list of just disappointment.
Let me finish writing this. I've got to
yeah,
write,
you
like,
do what you gotta do. You
words.
do what you gotta do, baby. Mini kisses. Alright, there we go. Hello, chat. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to do things off stream and I forgot to. I fucked up.
What'd you do? What'd you forget?
So essentially I
Were you
was
supposed to grind or something?
yeah, I was supposed to grind out some parts for an item, basically to do a side quest.
Can you
And
believe
they
this
have
shit?
and I forgot to do it. So now we're gonna take a few minutes from the first part of stream to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the Pikmin art next.
Pikmin? Oh, did they do Pikmin?
They're going to soon.
Oh, special hints for, I guess, chat. Oh, hi, Alex.
Ooh, look at that.
Ah, crap, that's a bomb.
Wait, did I send it in Rathos?
I don't know where you send shit.
It's in the cat's mean sometimes.
Ah, there's one. How many? I think I need only a couple more now. Mason, hello, my son, my darling nephew. I almost said my son. You are not my son.
That's my son.
That's your son. I need one more crystal, and then we can leave. Oh, thank goodness. I need one crystal, and that's it. Mason's gonna be here with the vibes, man. That's all he's doing. Boy, what are you laughing at this time?
Memes and company. I got distracted.
You always get distracted.
Well, I'm trying to figure out a good way to write the summary, but like...
I can be anyone's son if I try hard enough. The family tree's pretty loose. It's sadly true that the family tree is very, very loose. Isn't that right, StarrSpice?
Wait, what?
The family tree with his family is very loose.
Yeah.
Like Mason, we could say that Mason. Yeah.
You have to keep in mind we're a found family, so it's like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, hold on. There has to be like. So I guess the best way to describe the goobs is a queer platonic polyamorous group.
That's a good way to. Yeah.
Like we're all kind of got our own intricate like relationships with each other, but it is in no way romantic.
Yeah,
Unless, with the exception of the cats. They're married, guys. You know who else is a queer platonic polyamorous group?
Who?
Scooby-Doo gang.
Yes. We are the Scooby-Doo gang, if that's what you're insinuating, yes.
Wait. Who's Scooby though?
That's Pika.
Pika's Scooby?
Yeah, I'm considering Pika Scooby. Is that wrong?
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
Oh, come on. Like, is it not obvious that she is?
Okay, so here, I'm gonna...
Oh my god, they were married.
So, I'm going to elaborate on who I think each goof is. You are Fred, hands down.
I am Fred. I am Fred.
Fred.
You know what? I will take it because Fred is awesome.
He's a trap himbo, and we love him.
Oh, you're calling me a himbo. Never mind, I'm not Fred. I find that it is an insult. How dare you?
But he makes good traps.
He does make good traps.
You know, they made Fred kind of a himbo.
Mason's volunteering for Scoob.
I would propose actually that Fred is not really a himbo. He's actually quite clever, but he very much has like a specific set of skills.
Listen, he also gets excited when he has to go through Happy Tapioca. You know what a Happy Tapioca is?
I know, and I don't want to elaborate further.
Good. At least you know. Comfy! Hello.
You're just doing your job as like a dry bones, and then Mario and Luigi, your sworn enemies who have beat every other dry bones before you come out, and you're like, okay, well, we can handle it. And then they throw a bunch of bombs at you.
Yeah. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. And now we bring the thunder.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of clips of like the little animations here.
I love them. They're very springy, and I love the springiness.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they were made to be more squashed and stretched to feel more like active and animated because they wanted people to be impressed with the graphics after the movie came out.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely working. That's for sure. Like I love this squash and stretch.
I have only ever played 2 Mario games, proper Mario. Because, like, you know, there's Mario Kart and Mario Party.
Yeah.
Those are their own things, really.
I actually recommend the RPG series if you can.
They look really good, and they look really fun, and I think I'd have a fun time playing them.
Oh, yeah.
But the 2 Marios that I have played, did they become a UFO? What the fuck?
Yeah, that was the UFO.
So, the 2... Oh, that's cute. What the hell?
Yeah, this entire game is about teamwork, so Luigi gets a lot of, like, fun little interactions with Mario, like that.
Cute as hell. Oh my god. So, as I was saying, the only 2 Marios I ever played was literally, like, classic Mario. I don't remember what...
Oh, this one's a fun one.
Original Mario game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, this is a fun one. Hold up. Yes, we're playing volleyball with Yoshi. Solid game choice. Thank you, A. Thank you, Z.
What?
Oop, that's the last one I needed.
Sora, do you know that Twitch has a thing where, like, if you're collabing with someone, then you can, like, add them
right!
into the title?
I should add them into the title. I should add you into the title. I forgot about that.
I forgot about it too until just now. I was like, wait.
To add a StarrSpice.
Oh man, we got 2 folks in here, so let me do a... By the way, chat, check out our boy Mason.
Our wonderful boy Mason, who has not streamed in like forever. Yeah. But we love him anyway.
He can't get his laptop. Oh no. But Mason is doing comms, I believe, so check out Mason and his commissions.
Oh, yes.
And then
Comficus Cataboy.
Who encourages us to be our silliest selves every day.
Side-eye. Oh, yeah, and also Mario and Luigi Ball.
Oh my god, they're ripping off Sonic.
No, so the funny thing is that most of the, so, like, a lot of the, like, Bros attacks that you just saw, a good chunk of them are actually, like, brought back from old games, and that's really fun. I love the Mario and Luigi series so much. I've streamed more recently than Mason. My laptop went poof. It just went poof. Mason, it's okay. It's okay, little mans.
If I didn't have so much schoolwork to do today, and I was feeling like... I've been kind of crampy today. I'm not feeling peak. But if I didn't have, like, research schoolwork I had to do, I was going to stream today, but the timing just didn't work out.
There you go.
Oh, she's so cute! What the hell?
Oh, so this is one of... So, in this game, you're at the beginning of the game, you can save either this character or her brother first. And whoever you save first basically becomes, like, your crafter on the island for certain gear. So anyway, this is Make It.
Oh, cute.
And her brother's name is Build It.
That's great.
And they have a mother as well named Wilma. No rhyme or reason why her name is Wilma, just it's Wilma. Ooh. That's really good. Okay. Okay, Mario. I might have to give this to you. Alright. Anyway. Almost. But yeah, so StarrSpice, this is the entire world map.
It's cute.
It's so big.
It's so cute though.
It's very cute. Anyway, we're going here.
Are those like islands and you're like in the water?
So the reason why there's so many currents is that you have to find the islands to save in the world first. The little like land masses that you see now are all the like little islets that you can't like pick up, and then they're great lighthouses, which are like where the bosses are. But if you want to see what worlds we got, we have plenty of worlds.
Oh my.
Yeah, so there's plenty of things to do here, essentially. Alright, so we need to talk to Technique when we're ready to go. Okay, we're almost to our meet. Damn, I'm only on Island 2. Dang. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, Z. I'm basically towards the last area of the game. I've been going for a while. Alright, we're ready to go to Fortress Socket. The flight engines are installed. Start the Technique engine.
Let's go!
Get it on the Switch Lite, and that thing sucks. Well, don't worry, the Switch 2 is gonna probably come out later this year. That is the thing now. Like, there are... I forget to mention that there are, like, other choices that you can make within the game. For example, like, me having the ship fly here, that's a choice I had to make. Because the other choice was I was actually going to turn the ship into a submarine. Flight engines are cut. We're right where we're supposed to be, safe and sound. Okay. The island flies. Yes, the island flies. We can do it. With a few small tweaks, we can do it again. My design was perfect. We flew over the barrier. Yep. Now we can get into Fortress Socket. You can now travel to far-off currents in a flash. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, we have new side quests. Wonderful. Oh god, that's a lot of side quests. Hold up. Okay. Ooh, new island? So now now we get to go through the entire world and just talk to you soon. Yeah, see you later, Z. Oh boy. And I've been holding off on going to the next area for a while, and now I find out that I just had to fucking get over it, and then I would be able to fast travel. Oh, now I'm angry. I'm angry at myself now. I fucked up, StarrSpice. I fucked up.
What did you do, you fool?
So the whole making the ship fly thing, I could have, if I went to do that a lot sooner, I would have had fast travel to all the currents in the, just basically every current in the area.
Oh yeah.
And now I basically fucked up because of that. Mario's gonna die. Just like kill these guys really fast. Lockout. Ooh, easy pattern. I forgot that Mario's got a equipment that literally hurts him. Crimson's here. Hello, Crimson. Okay, see you in a bit, Star. They leaving me forever. Oh, woe was me. Welcome in, Crimson. How are you doing? Power Beam DX. Ooh. Mason, you're making me stretch, man. Oh, hydrate and stretch. Thank you. It's just a jump scare. Mario needs defense. There we go. Just done with some Pokemon Puzzle League. Heck yeah. Puzzle Leaguein'. So, I forget that StarrSpice has... I forget that Star has, like, specific, like, faces for when they're muted. Or just away from mic. Oh my god. That is great. What I'm looking at is fucking funny. Okay. I know, you got a quest for me and I want to get this done. Yeah, I know. You got a new quest for us, and that's going to take us all the way to the one place. The lighthouse again. Yeah, the one from the...
I'm back.
Hello. I forgot I forgot about your Fugi mute face. So I just look over, and next thing I know, I just see you fucking cross-eyed.
Have you seen what it looks like when I'm deafened?
I have not seen your deafened.
Do you want to see it?
Alright, just deafen real quick and then undeafen.
Yeah, I'll deafen for like 10 seconds. Here we go.
Alright, we're waiting for the stream to catch up.
What do you think?
Hold up. So right as you came back, it just popped up on stream because I have like the actual stream, so I can see what chat's seeing essentially. So that's funny. That's funny. Just the little things, little eyes.
Oh yeah. Did you notice that they all blink too? So
yes, I did notice that.
Three of my four expressions blink. Whenever I'm not talking, my little eyes blink.
Ah.
And
I gotta get to the cannon. Prince Peasley!
So, actually, the reason this Fugi came about is actually all Comfy's fault.
Oh?
Because
okay.
He was talking to me about, like, the Timmy face emote. And he's like, you should make your own version of that because, like, you use it so much, that's literally how I associate your face with. Anytime I see a face like that, it's like, oh, that's a star face. And so I was like, I've thought about it, but I wanted to keep the Timmy because it's, like, so classic, I don't feel like you could capture it as well. But then it, like, stuck in my head, and I had art block, so I was, like, trying to figure out something to draw, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I got really into the flow. So I actually had to take the Timmy face emote and break down the GIF into frames, and then layer this drawing to get the eye shape just right. So, like, it's heavily referenced from the Timmy face, which is why the eyes shake like that, and the eyebrows do the same wiggle thing. But I was originally just gonna have this as my Fugi, but then I remembered that Fugi has options for mute and deafen, so I was like, it would be super easy to just draw two other faces for fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and so like everybody always forgets about them, right? Until I mute and walk away, and everyone's like, "Wait, what the hell?"
That's very funny.
My mute face, however, is a direct mimic of both Comfy and Chibi Doki. Because, you know, Comfy's model does that thing when he talks.
Yep.
But Chibi has a model like that too, and it just cracks me up so much. So I was like, I want that, so now I just gotta...
Ooh, another drifting island. So, you know how much... they put a lot of love into this game, and I can tell. Because, a lot of... so there's, like, reefs that you can find on the, on the overworld. And like each reef, some of the reefs have actually like references to other Mario and Luigi games.
Yeah.
Which is very fun, and I like it.
Oh yeah.
I could give you, if you really wanted to, I would definitely give you like a reference to like, to get you started on the Mario and Luigi series if you're really interested in it.
That'll probably wait for like a later.
Yeah. I figured as much. I figured
First
as
and
much.
foremost, I want to play more Spirit Fair. I want to play that game and stream more. I'm gonna try and stream this coming week if I can. I've mostly just been getting settled with school.
Oh
and
yeah. I figured as much.
But I do want to stream more. I just haven't this past month because it's been chaotic.
It's been a little crazy.
But I want to look at a Spirit Fair.
Like no, I was just like, yeah, I want more people to enjoy some of. I want to share my interests essentially with Goobs. And if I can like introduce like Goobers to a very cool series that I watched like close to my childhood, fuck yeah, that's a bonus.
I definitely want to circle to Mario at some point.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like down the road because I've already got like stuff lined up. Like, I've got games. Come on.
Yo, you got games on your phone?
I'll discuss this after I finish writing my essay.
Yo, you got games on your
I'm
phone?
getting distracted. I need to write my essay first.
You got games on your phone?
No, actually, I'm a fucking weirdo. I don't have any game apps on my phone. Like, none whatsoever. I've got them, but like, I've got like Pokemon Go, you know? But I don't use it, and then I've got a couple of puzzle ones that I just haven't touched.
Yeah.
I am not a big phone gamer.
That's
I
fair.
truly think that mobile gaming is a blight upon the gaming industry.
Oh, I can understand that a lot.
There are some good mobile games out there. I won't say that there's not, but it's like you find an occasional gold nugget in what would otherwise be a pile
A sea of just bullshit.
Truly.
I hate to say it, it's a sea of
mobile
bullshit.
gaming-
It's a sea of
mobile,
bullshit.
like free-to-play stuff.
Mhm.
And that's the thing, is that free-to-play is 99% mobile games.
Yeah.
Like, you hear free-to-play and your first thought isn't PC or like Switch or anything. It's disgusting. The marketing tactics are absolutely disgusting. And I used to play a lot of games on my phone all the time. Like back when I had a laptop and didn't have any like proper consoles or anything to play games on.
Right.
But even then I got kind of like I wound up doing like a metric ton of research because I just fell down a rabbit hole and actually learned a lot of the stuff that the mobile game industry does, and it literally I was so viscerally disgusted by it. I don't play mobile games anymore.
I now have a policy is that if I get like 3 ads within the first like 10 minutes of me playing your free-to-play game, I'm deleting it.
Now this is such a fucking like out of nowhere. No one will ever recognize or know this thing I'm about to like discuss. Hold on, there was an app that was like.
Oh, and I love also getting like all the like really bad apps through what's it called, like TikTok and shit.
I actually have one really fucking cool mobile game for you.
Okay.
Probably the only mobile game I will ever like truly like endorse. Because like I remember playing it and there might have been an ad or two, but I don't remember there being a ton of ads. And I think it's pretty neat because I like learning things and I like science, even if I'm not really good at it.
That's fair.
If I hadn't been an artist, I would have been a musician. If I hadn't been a musician, I would have been a scientist. But let me get the name out. Hello Yogurt.
Oh, sorry, can I just point this out real quick before I react to Hello Yogurt?
Yes.
Small island.
Why that one little bit in the middle with the lava cracks in it?
Yeah.
Looks like a cock and balls.
Hey.
It does.
It does, but we don't.
Nintendo did.
We don't judge Mario and Luigi. Okay.
I wasn't judging. I was just saying, and I guarantee you, That's what Mario. See, look, right there in the top right.
Yep. I hate it. Now you pointed it out, and I hate it.
You can't unsee
You said the silent part out loud.
it. Hold on, let me clip this. This looks like it'd be a really fun two-player.
Oh yeah, but
sure it has
unfortunately,
multiplayer.
no. Actually, Mario and
You're kidding.
Luigi's are typically solo games, which suck. But like, they're very fun. Like, if I'm gonna recommend a game from this series, I'd recommend the Bowser's Inside Story game.
I think I sound kind of quiet on your stream. Hold on.
You sound quiet. I could turn you up.
Hold on.
Hold up, I could turn you up. Like,
Well, I have to listen more, but like I'm hearing your game audio, so I'm having a hard time hearing it. Hold on.
oh yeah, you guys are quiet. You are a little loud, quiet.
Yeah.
I just turned you up, so that should be better. Try talking real quick.
Hello.
Oh yeah, you're about the same volume as me now. At least in terms of what OBS is saying, and you know how OBS likes to lie.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Oh god. Then you gave me just a little bit of oh boy. Oh. What's this? Morsel Island. Yeah. What's new? Not much. Crimson, not much. Most of y'all now have subscriptions to my channel.
Yeah, except maybe I'll stream something on Valentine's. Oh, wait, I gotta. What if I do my worst nightmare for Valentine's Day and I just play a bunch of fucking dating sims?
Undertales.
I already did that.
So what do you plan to do on it? What's your worst nightmare again?
I don't like I don't like dating games like Pika does.
Do I gotta recommend you a dating game or something?
There's a bunch of weird ones out there.
Okay,
So
if you're gonna play a dating game, you gotta have either me or Pika say what it help you with that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like, if I can find a few that are like really short, then I'll just do like 3 in one stream.
Anything? Crimson's asking, anything new with you, Star?
I'm tired a lot.
You've been tired a lot.
School's rough, man.
I love how I love
cramming it
your
full of knowledge.
I love your when you went to the what was it? The
Yeah,
planetarium.
but you want me to tell you?
I loved when you
about
went to
my
the planetarium and then you just were like, I'm blinded now.
Yeah, it was terrible. Okay. I'm putting this assignment aside for the moment while I
Okay,
tell
I'm
this.
sorry.
After I tell this, I'm gonna like mute and like crack the fuck out of my assignment. I want to get this done. It's due at
Okay.
midnight, but the sooner I get it done, the more I can like relax. You know?
Okay, that's fair. Sorry. I'm sorry
No,
for
you're fine.
distracting you so much.
It's not gonna take long. It's literally like 250 to like 400 words. I write no problem. I'm very good at writing. Shit,
Okay.
what did I not?
What did you knock over?
My vodka, don't worry about it.
Your Did you say vodka?
Yeah, keep it in my room.
No, I was like, what you're making me think of is you got like just a big bottle and you just take swigs of that each night. Don't tell me that's actually what you do.
For this past week, yeah, actually. I've had it for like 2.5 weeks. I've had it since
StarrSpice.
Like whenever I went and got soju is when I got it. And like a couple of times I've been sitting here just kind of sipping. So once or twice, yeah, I've taken like a swig of it, but it's like more accurately, I'll have these little like maybe 3% like Smirnoff ice cans that I got a 12-pack of at the gas station, and I'll drink a little bit of that, and then I'll just pour like a shot of the like strawberry lemonade vodka in it.
That's
so good.
Anyway.
Little mini camping streams.
Right.
I actually drank the last one last night, I think. That's why I was dying in Mario Kart, Chad.
I wasn't even there for that. I can't even acknowledge what
okay, so before I get distracted a third time and digress even more.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you about my woes of school this week, Chad. In case you don't know, for the past 2 years, I have actually taken a break from college. And so I actually took about 2.5 years of college before my break. So, I'm 24. I'm a young adult. And a lot of people would have graduated by now.
Yeah?
I know where you live.
I know.
Don't make me buy a plane ticket. I'll throw you into that lake. Cackling like a crow on a hag. And so I'm. For those who don't know, I have moved several states, and I actually now live in the same state as Tama. And I'm now living on my own for the first time, and I'm in school again. And it's very bizarre because this is like the 3rd week of school. The 2nd week got canceled because of the weather. So this is technically my 2nd week, but we're 3rd week into the semester. So this is my like, we've gotten through the introductions, now we're getting down to business kind of week for school, you know? Anyone who's been in any school ever knows exactly what I'm talking about. And so, so what I did is the only way to see like where my classes are located is to go through this whole rigmarole and check my schedule, but the only way to check your schedule is on the same page as like where I register for classes. So like it makes me nervous because that's the same place where I can add or drop or basically mess up my schedule by accident somehow. Because I'm dumb and it's very possible. So what I did was I took notes in my phone of where each of my classes were, what the class was, what time it is, like what building it's in, everything. That way I could have it in one cohesive list. I do a lot better with lists. I struggle without a list. If you ever need me to do anything, put it on a list. I'll do it. Otherwise, good luck. And so I had everything written down. And so I have 2 core courses that I'm trying to like get out of the way this semester that I didn't finish at my old college. So I had to take a science and I had to take a history. Well, here it's political science. It's not history. It's called political science. And so there were a couple of options, and I had to take both of them anyways. But for this semester, I wound up taking American politics, like American government and political science, because you know, it's kind of like an important thing to know right now in our world. And I want to be more educated about it because my public school didn't teach us jack shit.
Yes, the public school.
So I had it written down that it was in room 232 at this specific time. So the first week I went to room 232 and everything seemed to kind of line up. So we had that 2nd week where classes were canceled because of the snow, and so I did the homework because we still had homework to do like this past Sunday. So I did the homework, I read because like my professor posted the presentation online so you could look at the PowerPoint. So I looked through the PowerPoint, watched all the videos linked, and basically read all of the class information before class and did the homework. So then Tuesday rolls around and I'm in there and we're pulling out the sheet, like this like page that we need to read before we're splitting into groups and debating like the topic on the page. Well, the girl next to me is telling the guy next to her, it's like, yeah, we had a pop quiz Thursday because like he didn't tell us, it just kind of happened, but I don't think it was for points, I think it was just an evaluation. And I'm thinking, he canceled class on Thursday. He sent out an email that, because there's still ice everywhere, he didn't want students driving. So he canceled class on Thursday, and I'm thinking, did he, like, reschedule it and I just missed it? And so a few more minutes go by, and I can't find the document that we're supposed to be reading on, like, Blackboard. And so I turned to the girl next to me who was talking, and I was like, hey, how did you find the document? Like, can you show me? And so she points out on my computer, and she's like, oh, well, that's why. Like, you're in the wrong course. You have to go and select comparative politics. And I'm like, this is the only political science class I have. This is comparative politics? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be in American government. And she's like, oh, no. And I'm like, do I just leave? She's like, I would. So as soon as the class started to, like, divide among groups, like, split on one side and the other, I kind of slipped out, and then I, like, double-checked on my phone. I was supposed to be in 252. I was literally 2 doors down for 2 weeks. Which is the wrong class for 2 weeks. It'd be one thing if I was a freshman.
No, I will not knock down the Hot Got Him bike at 19K. I will not knock down Hot Got Him by 19K. I might knock it down by 9K, but not 19.
Drop it like it's hot. So that was the first thing that happened. That was Tuesday, everybody. That was Tuesday. Things get sillier.
Imagine not being able to afford that. Yeah, just... You gotta start watching a little more, man. Crimson. I don't know what to tell you.
Or not Crimson. I wish there was a way, Jose, for me to, like, pilfer your points to just steal a little at a time.
Oh, yeah.
So Tuesday, I realized I was in the wrong class for 2 weeks. Wednesday is the first day that I had my astronomy lab, because, like, when you take a science class, you have to take a lab as well. So you'll have your, like, main science class one day, and then one other day of the week, you'll have to go and, like, do a lab, like a learning activity for extra points, and it'll, like, count for your class. The dumbest shit in the world, why you just wouldn't do it on one of the class days, I don't understand. I think labs are stupid, I will die on this hill, but I like science, so I'm not complaining too hard. It's just time consuming to take 3 classes a week for 1 class credit, you know? But anyways.
Don't have that power because I use the shit. I have the power.
Right?
I have the power.
Okay, so Wednesday was my first astronomy lab. So for our first astronomy lab, first of all, shit, I gotta pick up the text. I just realized. So the astronomy labs, we have this workbook we have to work out of, which I didn't realize because it wasn't on the textbook list when I went online, and I'm mad about it. So I had to order that. That's coming in. I pick it up Monday. So we work out of that, but the first thing, like the first assignment in the workbook we had to do, we had to go to the planetarium. Our university has a planetarium. For anyone who doesn't know what a planetarium is, it's basically
look at the stars.
Think like an IMAX dome with a projector that lets you look at the stars in the sky.
It's the big.
What it is.
It's the big ball at fucking Vegas. That's what it is.
They had an IMAX dome at McLean Science Center in Birmingham, and it's actually really sick.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's not as big as like the actual IMAX. It's fucking cool. It's fucking cool. They used to show like nature or info movies at the Science Center for like students visiting on a field trip. It was cool as shit, dude. I'll tell you what.
That's not great. No.
Anyways, carrying on, I'm getting distracted again. So the problem with the planetarium is, like, class went smoothly, aside from me not having the fucking required textbook. Class went smoothly, but in the planetarium, in order for us to be able to read and write on our, like, notebooks, we have to be able to see. But you can't turn the lights on, because then the projector won't work. So the projector has a red light that it uses. But the problem is, with that dome, the red light projected is so straining on the eyes. It's like a nightmare to look at. Something about it just makes your eyes go, oh no. Why? Because it's nothing but red light, and it's very hard for your eyes to, like, work around that. So I sat and dealt with that for an hour, and then immediately after I left the planetarium and walked into normal lighting, It felt like my eyes were gonna pop out of my head. It was such a like, ugh, kind of like, you know? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Think about like when you're in a movie theater and then
Oh,
you walk back out into the lights and you're like, oh god.
It's
Guys.
the movie theater curse. At
But
that
like
point.
10 times worse because it was just red light. Oh, it's terrible.
Yep.
Oh, and I forgot the worst part about the lab, because I also misread my schedule.
What was the worst part?
The worst part was I thought my lab was at 11, and I woke up late, and so they have like paid parking, but then like a specific parking lot. Because I'm off campus, my parking lot is at the bottom of campus. Like,
oh yeah,
you have
the
to go
usual.
up a hill. Yeah, you have to crawl up a hill to get to the classes. It's awful. And so normally I just pay to park in the parking garage closer to like my first classes in the morning, because my current parking lot is like right next to the art building. So in the evening I go and park where I paid to park. But
Right.
otherwise I've been paying like a few extra bucks a day because I don't want to walk up that fucking hill at 10 in the morning. But I had
valid.
to. I woke up late. I had to park. I had to rush because I couldn't afford to do it again. The only reason I did it yesterday is because it was storming. So I got there late. I had 15 minutes to get to class, and I'm all the way on the other side of campus at the bottom of the hill. And it's like a mile walk. And like if you have the time, like it's not that bad when you can do it slowly, but when you're in a rush, oh my god, it hurts. So I basically like jogged a mile uphill in 15 minutes. And then I rushed up to the second floor because I didn't know where the elevator was, so I had to rush up several flights of stairs across campus as well, just to get to the building. The building's at like the very top of the hill, essentially.
Oh my god.
And
StarrSpice.
so I had to rush, and I made it in time with like 3 minutes to spare. And then I get there, and the door is locked, and no one's there. And if you know college classes, people like to get there 15 minutes early. So there's normally people there, and if there aren't people in there, then chances are you're there at the wrong time or you're at the wrong class. And so I had to be there, like, at the wrong time. So I double-checked, and yeah, it was an hour later. I got there an hour early thinking I was late. It was awful.
You have some adventures, that's for sure. That's for
Oh, and
sure.
dude, the worst part about it is because my legs were so sore, I couldn't walk back downstairs because I knew I would be too sore to walk back up.
Oh my god. StarrSpice.
So I wandered around all sweaty and out of breath and just tried to find the elevator.
Oh, good lord, Star.
It was a disaster.
Sounds like it.
Oh, it was terrible. I really struggled on my astronomy exam.
I guess I did
But
one of my.
that's because-
I guess I completed a challenge.
I did rough on my astronomy exam.
And
they gave me kind of like, I got a C.
That's,
But that's because
C's
I
get,
didn't.
Listen, C's get degrees.
Well, I hadn't, I was running a little late because I, like, made my lunch that day instead of, like, just grabbing an Uncrustable. And, I'm
Just grabbed an
forgetting.
Uncrustable, but I remember, I remember that.
Having to go back to the house. So I was running just a tiny bit behind, so I didn't have time to sit and, like, review over my notes before the exam like I wanted to. And had I actually probably would have done a lot better. But I was also, like, half awake. It was just rainy and, like, stormy outside. My shoes were soaked. I was late. It was a terrible time. But also, now this gives you a better idea of what the exams look like. So I'm probably going to do better on the next one. I didn't do bad. Like I said, I got a C. It's just a couple of them there it's like, the answer you would assume would be this, but it's kind of a trick question, and I forget that it's a trick question until we did the, like, after exam review.
I think I remember that, all this too.
Yeah. And then we did that, that kind of presentation thing. And we got a C in that, too. My group did, and it's like, I'm a little annoyed because I did
Alright,
pretty good, I think.
I get to step down my controller now. I have essentially an item on me right now that's auto excellent. so it never fails. For like, I get 5 attacks and they don't fail. It's great.
But they gave my group a C for the presentation, and it's like,
That's good.
like basically our group had to write the homework question and our answers to it on the board, and then present it, like act like we're teaching and we know what's going on with it.
Oh yeah.
But the teacher had not properly explained any of this. Literally, all he said was, we're gonna do these conferences, and then he assigned us each our homework question, like each of our groups.
Yeah.
And then after the exam today, he's like, okay, go. And it's like, you didn't describe what these conferences would entail. Like, what are we meant to do? So we all kind of scrambled for the first part of it, and then so our groups got split into 2. Half the group would go and evaluate other groups presenting, and the other half would stay and present. Well,
Right.
3 out of the 5 people in our group decided to just go and evaluate, so I was left with the other guy who didn't have the homework on him. I don't think he did the homework. I think he was
Probably
late
not.
joining to class. And so he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, and I didn't know what we were supposed to do at these conferences, so I was kind of floundering a little bit the first time.
Yeah.
And so, by the time we finished presenting, I was kind of doing 90% of the talking, but he tried the second time because he seemed to understand it a bit more when I explained it the first time, and so it was just weird. And so we had peer evaluation, so other groups are the ones who evaluated
Alex,
us.
are you telling me that I have to drink? Alex, please no.
And so moderately, the responses we got, the evaluations from other groups, were pretty positive.
That's
but
good.
we were given a C, and it's
And
that's
not what you want to see.
Yeah, and it's like if we did well and seemed to largely understand it, but there's a couple of things we can improve on, then why is it marked a C? I don't
Question.
know. Well, and the evaluation is what group are you watching present? Because you had to do it twice, right?
Yeah.
So, you would go oh, we're Group J, and they're presenting question 2, which had 8 parts. And so they'd have to explain the question and the answers.
4,
But
5,
keep in mind, and
6.
the teacher did not explain this properly. We were all flying by the seat of our pants.
8. That's it, Chris? That's it,
So
my
it makes
dude?
me wonder if they said we
8,
could moderate.
8, Alex? Okay, 8 hydrates.
I'll hydrate 2. But only 1.
Oh. Yeah, you're not gonna drown yourself like I am. Is that what I'm hearing, Star? You don't want to drown yourself like I do?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, hold on. I'm going to mute for 15 to 20 minutes while I crank this out.
I will attempt to be entertaining for chat.
Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna stay in call, but I'm just gonna be deafened, that's all.
Okay, have fun. They got a big assignment that they gotta get done, so leaving them to it. Oh my god, this guy is just barely below half health. It took this is taking forever. Holy crap, I was expecting a little bit. Not this much. Oh my god. They released... Oh, did they? You know what? That's the thing I want to actually play on stream is Poppy Playtime. But at the same time, I'm scared of big indie horror communities because of I don't want it to be like FNAF. I don't want it to be like FNAF. There's some scary communities like FNAF, for instance. So yeah, I'm scared to acknowledge those communities, but at the same time, I should. I should, like, not be scared of it, but I am scared of it, if that makes sense. Yeah. No, like, any indie horror series nowadays, any ones that's specifically touched by game theory, they scare me. Because if you don't... I don't know, because I'm looking weird. Ooh, 2 luckies right there. Oh, no, no, no. Don't, Alex, don't take it out of context. I also love game theory. I've been there since before film theory. I've been probably I've been there since they were like at 100K or 100,000 or whatever. Yeah. So I've been around the block. Like, one of my favorite, like, actual game theories was is Link dead in Majora's Mask? That is one of my favorite theories. So I have watched game. I have been around the block with game theory. I'm just nowadays scared to touch any of the properties that they're theorizing on, because there's some very avid, like, people that really care about the series. I'm good. I'm good with this counterattacking stuff. He even showed the views. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. It was a weird time during game theory, but I remember. I remember back in the days of old. Don't you worry, youngins. I remember back then. That is a question probably best not answered on a 16+ stream. No, I think I can say it. I am for the boots, as he said. Nice. I probably shouldn't say it on stream, but hey, I don't care. I don't care. Ah, no Mario! Ace! Ace, hi, welcome in. How you doing? You're doing good. Definitely not having any weird conversations here. Or anything like that. StarrSpice, our wonderful artist StarrSpice, is currently muted to finish an assignment for school, so they're just going to be hanging out. Oh, let's see. We'll see. What's this now? What stream are we on for you now? All I asked for was what stream is this for you? Like, come on, man, I ain't that. Am I really that mean to you guys? I didn't think I was. 73? Okay. Ooh. Mario is hurt. Mario be hurting. Oh shoot. I'm starting to I'm getting so sick of this fight. I'm starting to like mess up the commands. No. How much more health do you have? Your sliver! I can only continue to do this for so long, dude. Like, damn, like, I knew there was gonna be, like, a bunch of boss rushes at the end of the game, but I didn't think it was gonna be this many. You're just a standard enemy that's just super tanky. That's the worst part. If you're, like, an indication of what's to come, I'm scared. Oh, finally!
Oh yeah!
Oh my god, finally! It took like 30 minutes alone. Fuck you! Time to go fight a strong. Oh no! Oh my god! There's one on off and on and one on a lot of coins. Oh no. I'm scared now. I am terrified of what's to come. I just used a lot of recovery items. I'm gonna be using a lot of fucking recovery items for these fucking bosses. Okay. Toad, please heal me. Alright, make sure there's nothing else on this current. Doesn't look like it, so we're good. How do I keep, like, ending up right on top of the islands that I'm searching for, but not. Like, I'm not trying to. Hey, I'll take it. Dainty Island. Alright, time to kick some butt.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, Luigi! There we go. Super nut.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we are so close to that level up, baby. You're gonna get more enemies for me to face. Oh, yep. Is this just gonna be me taking out the rest of these Zocket guys?
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
sure. Stop attacking Luigi and attack Mario, because he's got a higher attack stat. I want to do more damage to you guys. Alright, back to Bomb Derby. There's one guy that I didn't even hit the entire goddamn time. He's gonna take 120 damage.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Yep, just 120. Ow. Suck it, Alloy. Alright. This should be the enemy. He didn't. Oh, nope. He died. Okay, good, good, good. I was about to say, he didn't die from that? Oh, that's a lot of Zocket alloy. Holy moly. Hey, level up both the bros. 2 more in the rainbow rank. I believe rainbow rank is the most rank you can have in the game. So Luigi's almost at 200 for his defense stat. Okay, can you stop running away? It's starting to get real. Okay.
Oh yeah.
God damn, that's a lot of people. Oh no. Luigi, no. G-Mama! Welcome in. How you doing? That's a lot of numbers. Getting ready for work at this late hour? What are you doing at such a late hour going to work? Oh, ouch. I know Jose's getting ready for work. Oh, Mario down.
Mario.
My shift is 8 p.m. to 10. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it, Jose.
Mamma mia.
To be there for early setup. Oh.
Luigi.
So I leave my house at 16 for travel. I died. Did I go overconfident into that fight? Maybe? Okay. Alright, time to get a little serious now.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Anti-Zocket Specialist. Anti-Flying Specialist. This should help. This one. Oh no, my anti-Zocket's basically out. I forgot to recharge it. Fuck.
Oh yeah. It's a go. Okay.
Okay, one is down. You got one down. A single one. Okay. Come on, no! Please stop. Stop doing things. I don't want more. Bomb derby, bomb derby, bomb derby! Okay, that's enough. I think this will kill! We're gonna see! If it doesn't kill and I die, you guys can mock me as much as you want. Buy more. Ah, they're dead. Good. That was a lot of enemies. I'll take the 7,000 experience though. What's this? Rainbow Medallion. Oh, wow. More likely to be targeted by enemies. Ooh, okay. To be honest, Luigi, with Luigi as the tank, yeah, he should. He should have that. Okay, I believe that's everything except for just doing some side missions for the monsters. And plus, it wants me to get all the missions done because this is the last opportunity I'm going to have to do this. Okay. Yeah, because we've explored everyone. Yep. Explored everything, every single area. What's left is Fortress Socket, but we're gonna go here. We have big boss fights, as per usual. Get these done out of the way. I was supposed to fight Socket today, but then I had other things pop up, apparently. Okay. It looks like I might be extending this one more stream. Just one stream. After this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go here. Ow. What the heck? I bumped my knee. I bumped my knee on something. Now it hurts. What the hell? There's a save block back here. Yes, there is. Good. I haven't saved in a while, and I should probably I had to do it. Okay, so there's the boss. The gloomed up boss. Let's go.
Go time. Oh yeah.
Alright. Holy shit. Oh, I forgot that they get a speed boost. Gloam pipe gun. Alright, we're gonna get, whole new array of shit. Temperature guard. Not dropping. Put on damage shield and protect this and shift guard. All the we're going full defense on this right now. After we run out of one plug, then we're going to go ahead and swap everything else to the usual bros attack one. 1,270. How much did that do? That's actually a decent chunk of its HP. I don't think I gotta worry about this for going on for too long, unless the resistances, once they pop in, take forever. So I think we'll be fine. It shouldn't take very long, I don't think. Luigi's glowing. Crap. Shun! Gloam Shun! What the heck? Auto Imp Parry. Forgot about the healing. Holy shnikes. That did not go very well. Sir, fuck off with this.
Oh.
I need to get Mario up, like, now.
Oh yeah.
Just changing it. So he's back to the... Oh, yeah. I just gotta keep Luigi out of Gloam state. And it'll be fine. Okay, and we're gonna go Rose Boost, Auto Excellence, Performance Boost. This ain't gonna do as much damage, but we need to do damage. That is the main concern here right now. We got 1,000 health back, which is half the damage I dealt to him initially.
Leave it to me.
Okay. Oh, Shun's here. Good, 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 good.
Okie dokie. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha! Get out of here, Shun.
Oh yeah.
Where would I like to go? The magma area.
Okay. Yeah.
Right away. That way we can deal a bunch of damage.
Mario.
There's a bunch of damage. Good, good.
Leave it to me.
Luigi just gets to do a bunch of actions with Auto Luigi. I've never used it before. That's actually kind of cool. Some good old criticals. Love it. And we're going to get a wait a minute, so then Mario's going to do this attack again, and we're going to do even more damage. $2,000 damage. Even more painful. That's so good. Up front belt. Let's do it again! We go again! This is great. Nice, nice, nice.
It's a cool. Okay. Leave it to me.
Luigi gonna get an extra hammer attack in? Perfect. And it's critical. Let's go, Luigi.
Okie dokie.
Max Nuts. And Mario. Fuck up, auto excellent. Yep. You do more damage than they heal, so that's good. I prefer the ice rod. Uh-oh. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good.
Mario!
No!
Amnesia.
Fucker! Damn it. Try again. Alright. Here we go again.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember how low we got him.
Oh yeah.
Damn it! God damn! Luigi's already down. Okay.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Got a counter. Oh, there's Shun. He's gonna switch it. Magma Zone first again? No! He's got two thumbs and his hat right there, Brady. I wish. I didn't even have a dinner yet. Now that I think about it. And I can tell you why, G-Mama. Because StarrSpice is the cause. Blame StarrSpice for me not eating yet. They wanted to get into a call. So I got into a call. Well.
Mario.
Just blame StarrSpice for me not eating yet. What? Star was in the call with me and I got distracted.
What happened? What'd I do?
Because of you, I didn't get to eat my dinner yet.
not my fault. I don't know how this sounds, but I'm just gonna submit it and hope it sounds good. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep writing it.
YOLO. YOLO, right?
Mario.
I just don't feel like writing it a fourth time. I like have erased. I've written like the first paragraph, like 200 words.
Damn it! Not again.
Erased it and rewritten it like 3 times. That's why it took me so long.
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I actually went
G-Mama
over.
G-Mama said they love
I love it too, G-Mama. It's supposed to be 250 to 400 words.
you. Yeah. How many you got?
432.
You know what? That's good enough. God, I don't want the counters. Okay, so what's the attack? Stop with the heals. I don't want the heals. Oh my god, I'm going to fucking die at this point, at this rate. Can't bury for Luigi. Should have done actual heals. Fuck! Ugh. I hate this fight. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I didn't like it when I did the first time, and I don't like it now.
Whatever. We're just submitting it. It's fine.
God! Alright, I'm just killing Luigi, and we're gonna restart this fight.
Luigi.
Luigi, die. God damn it, where's my alcohol?
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I know how we're doing this. God damn it, he's already amped? Some bullshit. Okay. Yes, I'm a murderer, G-Mama.
Okay.
What's up?
Do you remember where we were on the Marvel ranking?
Oh, do you want to restart that so we can get the full thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so for chat's sake, Star has been rewatching the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and
Particularly the Infinity Saga.
they are currently in the Infinity Saga. So we decided tier list. As you know, my tier lists are already shitty enough as is, so this is gonna be...
you got to hard for your anime tier list.
I got roasted hard. So what are we going to do? We are going to do a Marvel Cinematic Universe tier list.
Like, we're gonna do, like, a proper discussion in tier list.
Yes.
But I already started ranking them, like, 1
to 10, and I actually went in and I actually listed everything in a S through F tier list, so that we do have tier lists ready and just basically ready to go. So
I am gonna preface this by saying I'm very lenient when it comes to, like, the shows and stuff I watch. So it has to be, like, it has to be really, really bad for me to really not like it. So it's very rare to find anything 3 and under for me. There's not many things that I hate like that. Sora is the opposite, though.
I am very ruthless.
Very
God damn it, G-Mama, with the sounds marvelous, she says. Okay, so shall we start off at the very beginning once again?
Yes. So I've been watching them in a specific order. So we're gonna start like storyline order with Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yep.
I rated it 8 out of 10.
I rated it in S rank, which would be essentially 10 out of 10 for me. Or I would actually put it as a 9 out of 10. So, like, it's good. It's very good. I like the First Avenger was a very good movie to keep to basically kickstart this cinematic universe, even though Iron Man was technically the first.
Even though it came out later, yeah.
Yeah,
it was very well written.
Yeah, it was good because it was it came after Iron Man, and then like it's like perfect. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, like they very heavily planned that out, and it's very clear that there was like a lot of time, effort, and quality put into that. It was always good to start with America's ass.
It is a good start for America's ass.
It's a pretty good movie. Like, as far as like any kind of superhero movie goes, it's very well done. It just shows who he is as a character very well, as well as his backstory. And I think that's what complements it a lot. Because like, it's based around one dude. You gotta have character development if it's gonna be about a character, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think they did this really well.
They did. The second movie in line is Captain Marvel.
Mario.
When this movie originally came out, it was actually, I think, when me and my mom were watching all the Infinity War movie together, like, for the first time. And we had heard such terrible things. Like, we heard it was really bad. And so it's like, do you want to just skip this one? And I was like, yeah, it should be fine. So we didn't watch it the first time around. This past time has actually been my first time watching it.
Yeah, so what did you rank it?
I was generous. I actually gave it like a hearty roundup. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Realistically, it's probably closer to a 6. I think I just gave it a little bump because, like, I heard such terrible things about it, and I know that when the movie came out, everyone was shitting on it. And I don't get why, because it's not dog shit. It's not terrible.
Bad.
But it's not great.
Yeah, and that's the main problem. Is that it was not great.
I think I'm gonna bump it to a 5.5 actually, because it wasn't great. I think the biggest grievance with me is it was a very neat, like, cool introduction to like young Nick Fury.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Then the revelation of how he lost his eye was so underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Like the reason in the comic books is way cooler.
Yeah, like war vet type thing. But yeah, this one not the greatest.
Like, I'm gonna say this, the movie probably could have been trimmed down by about half an hour. Mm-hmm. Maybe, because it's like 2 hours long, and it's like, it didn't need to be.
Yeah, the Florkin. The
cat, yeah, the Florkin. It didn't need to be that long. I think they could have trimmed some, like, exposition out of it for a little bit.
Oh, for sure, they could have done that, but they decided not to, and that's why I put Captain Marvel as F, and to be honest, it's probably a 2 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it certainly drags a little bit. Like, the plot is relatively a decent storyline, and everyone was, like, bitching about how political it was, and it's like, I'm sorry, this is, like, a very common thing. Why are you mad because it's in a Marvel movie? But also, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
It was just very heavily criticized, and I feel like after
But
watching
also,
it and expecting it to be
there's also,
garbage,
like,
I was shocked that it wasn't too bad.
There's also a fact that people were upset because the character who plays Captain Marvel, she does not have the ass for it. Apparently, that was a that was a legit complaint.
That's like the complaint that Lola Bunny doesn't have boobs in her. That's like unnecessary. Like, who cares?
Either way. But no, because like they're going off of like what the comic book is, and comic book Captain Marvel is thick as fuck, and that was a huge thing. And I was like,
yeah,
we
but
don't
like,
need that. We don't need that.
Yeah, exactly. That's like comic book.
Yes, G Mama, I want to see your silly paintings. I love your silly paintings.
That's like comic book Nick Fury was white, but he's like portrayed way better by a black man.
Yeah, I love Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Like, come on.
He's the coolest Nick Fury. What do you mean? So it just feels like I heard all this shit about it, but it really wasn't that bad. But it also wasn't anything like super praiseworthy. It's passable, and I think the big complaint there is that it's like, yes, it's passable. It's a woman superhero movie, so of course people are gonna be mad because oh, women strong.
It's whammon.
And but it's like
check Google Art Gallery. Right.
My expectations.
Gallery in a bit.
My expectations were low, but it also didn't blow me out of the water or anything. You know.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And I feel like when a movie gets by from, like, a company that big, because it's something so big as a Marvel movie, like, I feel like had that movie come out earlier in, like, the movie series, like, had it come out years before, like, early on with, like, Iron Man and stuff like that, then it might have been forgiven.
It might have been fine, yeah.
But I feel like since it was shoved in after Endgame, it was kind of just like, or was it Endgame? It was shoved in after some big Avengers movie.
It was shoved in after Infinity War.
Yeah, and like that was a huge thing. So it's like the next movie that had to follow that up has to be really good. And then they made it that, and it's like, had you done this earlier into the timeline, it would have been better.
Yeah, because when they did it, obviously we just had Infinity War, and the only reason we had Captain Marvel is because Nick Fury at the post-credits scene called in Captain Marvel, and that's the only reason we got it.
And that's the thing, is that it's like, if you're gonna shove it in this late in the game after such a big hitter, you gotta make it as.
You gotta make it really good. You gotta make it really good. But
and it feels like they just made it okay. It felt like the earlier movies, like the earlier year-wise movies, not like chronologically speaking.
Yeah.
It felt like had this come after Iron Man, it actually would have been pretty good.
It probably would have been better, but it can't. But where they released it did not work out very well.
They just didn't do themselves any favor.
I don't think they would have had the budget if they did it where Iron Man was, because Iron Man was 2008 or something like that. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, and no, the craziest part about Iron Man movies is actually that they're very storyboard based. Like, I think it was the first Iron Man movie that was like, of course they had a script, but then like every scene with the suit was entirely storyboarded.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's crazy. There was a lot of storyboards for Iron Man, and I think that's really cool. Because with CGI and affected animation like that, you have to have a storyboard to have visuals to go with it, because it's animation, you know? So, with the animated, like, suit like Iron Man, you gotta have good storyboards. It's really cool. Like, if you look up Iron Man storyboards, some of them are really badass.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I have to check Google Art Gallery, but I'm like in the middle of a fight. G-Mama posted the art there.
But yeah, Captain Marvel, just wrong place, wrong time.
Could have been
effort.
Could have been much later. Ooh, I like that, G-Mama.
Could have been better.
Thank you very much for the art, G-Mama. That was really good. That's really good. Sorry, I'm like trying to focus on like 3 things at once. Okay, next up in the timeline.
I love that a lot, G-Mama. Actually, I want that on my wall.
Next up in the thing, I guess.
Next up in the timeline is Iron Man. Coincidentally. I gave Iron Man a 7 out of 10.
I put it in A ranking, and I would say that's about 8. I would say it's an 8 for me. It's an 8 or a 7, but I'm gonna go with 8. I'll be kind to Iron Man.
It's such a classic.
It is a classic. Like I am Iron Man.
Yeah. And Robert Downey Jr. really just owns the role.
Oh yeah.
He really does. Perfect choice for it. It's just a very good introduction to Iron Man because, like, even like canonically in the series, it's like Iron Man's appearance, despite all of the like Captain America and Captain Marvel stuff, it's really when all of the like mutants and aliens and stuff starts to kick off. So,
oh yeah. But this was like
Man,
nice classic, good old fun type thing.
It's not perfect. There's always room for improvement, but for what it is, it's very well done. Iron Man's badass.
Yep, I agree with that.
Fun fact, my brother actually, I forget what it is.
Leave it to me.
It's something, and I think it's...
Perfect.
Let me do this over really quickly.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is what I needed. Yes. Yes, I know how to do this. Sorry. Let me finish what this is real quick. Okay. So yeah, Iron Man, very good. Like the Ironmonger, like that was a good villain. Like he was a good villain type thing. That's about it. That's really all I can really say about Iron Man. Sadly.
Yeah. So I don't know what it's called. It's some very lightly like. I'm sorry. I was looking for something, but I can't remember what it is. My brother has a necklace of Iron Man's like triangle chest piece.
Oh yeah.
But the cool part is, it's just a frame, and inside the necklace he has, I forget what it's called, it's not diamantium, it's something. Something semi-radioactive that glows constantly.
Okay.
And will glow for like 20 years.
Okay.
So he has this mini arc reactor on his necklace that he made himself.
That's really cool. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, I want one so bad now that I'm rewatching the movies. I gotta text him and be like, man, can you make me one for my birthday? Like, that's what I want for my birthday.
I mean, hey, yeah, that's pretty damn good.
He already owes me a signet ring. Man, but I just had to mention that. I thought you'd find it really cool. I find it sick.
That is actually really cool. I love that.
Next time I see him, I'll take a picture and I'll show you.
Okay. Sweet.
Actually, I might have a picture of him with it. Ooh.
But anyway, so yeah. So there's not much I can really say on the Iron Man. It was a good starting point, like for the MCU, since that is where they started.
Yeah,
I think it was a good starting point, and that's pretty much all it needed to be. It launched us into what we have today, and that's pretty alright. Next up, I believe you said was Iron Man 2, correct?
Yes, Iron Man 2.
I personally did not like Iron Man 2.
It was okay. I also gave it a 7 out of 6 because it was interesting, like, it introduced a couple of very good things, but as far as, like, the core plot, it just felt
off. It felt flat, and that's why I gave it a 5 out of 10. Like, don't get me wrong, Iron Man 2 is a very good film, but, like, it could have done so much at in some regards. Like I don't like the whole drones thing, the whole drones plotline, but at the same time, having Whiplash actually have personal attachment, but that personal attachment was like felt almost shoot in, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, it really did.
And then I gotta focus up here, but yeah, that's pretty much how I personally feel about it. Like, it was not bad, but it ain't great.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm still trying to find the photo of my brother.
Okay, off to work. Bye, G Mama. Have a good time at work.
Bye.
like a mama. I gotta swap out the plugs. Mushroom, get rid of that.
Wait, he's texting me.
He's texting you?
Yeah, hold on.
Hey, yo. Your brother isn't in the chat, is he?
No.
You better not be. Get the fuck out of here.
I hope he knows what I mean when I say his Iron Man necklace.
Okay. Yeah, so I hope he does. Like.
Oh yeah, it's sick. It's really cool. Alright, and then the next one is Iron Man 2. We already talked about that one. The next is The Incredible Hulk. Now, crazy enough, they actually had different actors for The Incredible Hulk
yes.
than in Avengers. I forget who the original actor was.
I don't remember, but there was like a reason for it, and like the original actor had some problems with the directors or something like that, so they had to...
Edward Norton.
Yeah, so, like, either it was a scheduling problem or Edward Norton just wasn't the fit for it. But before Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, from what I read, Edward Norton was kind of like, not a diva, but he was very demanding.
And that's kind of why they changed him. And that's kind of why they changed him to Mark Ruffalo, because he had one movie... And it wasn't a good movie.
And but he was also more of like a team player too. He's like, no, I'll get along with the cast.
That's another thing is that, like, yes, they brought in the Abomination from said movie into the series later on for like Doctor Strange, for She-Hulk, you know, Shang-Chi. Like, Abomination was brought back, but the problem is that they also, like, implemented the leader, which is another one of the Hulk's villains, and they didn't do anything with it. They just didn't do anything with it. So now we're just, like, sitting here waiting for that moment, like, oh yeah, this is also a person, I guess.
By the way, the Abomination in that movie is incredibly difficult to look at.
Oh, for sure. And that's kind of...
It's like you look at it and you're like, what is this? What is this supposed to be? What am I looking at?
And that's kind of why, like, it was the way it is. Like, that's why Abomination didn't show up until, like, much later. And he looks way better now. In the two movies that I mentioned before, like, or the two things that I mentioned before. He's much better looking.
Yeah,
but, like, it's not great. Yeah, the plot, like, it's hard to write a Hulk movie. It's really hard to write a Hulk movie.
I think it can be done.
It can be done.
I feel like it would have been done better. I never read the Hulk comics, so I don't know how it's done there. I feel like if you wanted to make a really good Hulk movie, you would have to treat it like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. And they vaguely do, but that needs to be the core of the movie. We have to see it happen to him, first of all, because they just offhandedly explain it in the movie. And it's like, that's stupid as shit. This is his origin story, and you're just gonna be like, well, he experimented on himself, and it's been 2 years, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It's not a great way to start it. But I feel like if they started it with him accidentally doing that, whether accidentally or on purpose, just doing it to himself, and then it's like a whole Jekyll and Hyde thing, where you see like the mental flashbacks of him there, but not like, it's like an out-of-body experience, like too much noise and stuff like he discusses later. I feel like if they'd shown that, instead of just him doing whatever, running a lot, talking to a girl, running even more, and then getting angry and shot at, like...
Oh yeah, but that's kind of a Hulk thing. But then again, in the comics, Hulk gets way more complicated because Hulk is like a repressed personality because Bruce's father was abusive to him, and that's the reason why Hulk, when he gets hit with gamma rays, that repressed personality becomes Hulk.
And that's what I'm saying, is that that would be grounds for like a Jekyll and Hyde situation, like a part of yourself that's like so intrinsically connected, but you don't want to accept that it's the nasty part of yourself.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that would have been a better approach. Because basically nothing happens in that whole movie. I'm sorry, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. We don't...
You see the Hulk, he gets attacked, and then he gets away. Like,
The only other thing, the only other thing that's important is like Ross, because Ross appears once in Civil War because he's like the one who brings up the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah.
Like that's General Ross. That's like the main one, like the main guy. Like
I will say though, like, who is it? It's not Ross. I forget his name. He plays John in Sherlock. He also plays Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the one that's in the Black Panther movies. Yeah.
Yes. I can't think of his name.
I don't remember his name either.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I do know who you're talking about.
I don't know why I thought that's who you're talking about when you said Ross, but no, I know exactly who you're talking about. But, I'm getting sidetracked. There was, like, it feels like there could have been so many cool ways to handle the Hulk movie, but at the time they just didn't know how.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's very, like, valid, I think.
I feel like if you give me some time, I could write a good Hulk movie.
I bet you could.
I could write a really cool Hulk movie because, like, I would love to see like how much that goes. Like, if you only make him kind of mad, does his arm turn green and he breaks something? If he tries to like,
he doesn't. But...
I know, but that could be like there are things you could do to play around with the character because it's a movie depiction. It doesn't have to be like.
There's also multiple more Hulk personalities that we could touch on too. Not even just. I'm not talking about Smart Hulk from Endgame. Smart, and that's a whole different thing that we're not going to touch. So yeah, so I put Hulk as a 3 out of 10 in my book. He's an E tier. That's an E tier movie.
Yeah, it's not like.
It's not great, and that we all acknowledge that it's not great.
You could skip the Hulk movie and not miss anything. Sort of like with Captain Marvel. It's like those are ones that you don't need to watch.
Yeah.
It's a big
Captain Marvel.
burger.
Captain Marvel was kind of entertaining because, well, you know the one little girl that in the Captain Marvel movie, right? Mm-hmm. She comes back. Well, she comes back, and she's actually a superhero that she gets her powers in WandaVision, and is actually brought back into the Marvels, when the sequel to Captain Marvel. So yeah, that's the whole thing because that's another thing I hate about the MCU is that they split a lot of the important like details into fucking TV shows that take over 1,000 hours to do, and then like you start looking at the rest of this and you're just like, God damn it, who has time? I don't have time. You have time?
No one has time.
No one's got time. All right, but anyway, I got sidetracked. We're done with Hulk. Hulk is 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. And I wish that they would bring back the leader. That's all I want to say. That's all I will say.
So after Hulk, and this is gonna be a bit of a hot take, it's Thor.
Thor.
Like the first Thor movie. I've got it at a 6. I'm being generous because it's not terrible, but really
I have to agree with you. Thor is a 6. A 6 out of 10.
And that's being generous because it's not bad. The production quality is pretty good. No. It's got a good concept script. It's just the execution.
It also has my absolute favorite Stan Lee cameo.
I forget what he did in that one.
He's a redneck who tries to drag out Thor's hammer with a dump truck.
Oh yeah,
with a pickup truck, and then he tears off his entire back. Did it win? Or did I win? Or whatever he says.
Did I get it?
Did I get it? No, you
okay.
did not, Stan.
He sent me pictures. Hold on. He says it's got a half-life of 12 years.
Oh, that's cool.
So hold on, I'll send you a picture in the bubble chat.
Okay.
Mario.
Jay says that it means in 12 years it'll glow half as bright.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like crazy bright, but it does have a nice glow.
Rat Cat wishes to come in. 1 second. She'll be back.
Give him love for me! So, Chad, how you doing?
No, you've been fed. You do not get more food.
Okay. I sent it in bubble chat. Take a
Okay.
peek.
I will take a quick peek because I'm out of battle now. But yeah. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Right? Like he just got the shell and then like put the stuff inside it. So
yeah. Thor. Yeah, I have to agree with you with the whole 6 out of 10. It's good to set up Thor, and that's about it.
my main problem with it is that it needed more time. Like I don't even remember how long the movie was.
I don't either. I couldn't tell you.
Almost 2 hours. That's the crazy part. It was almost 2 hours, and it felt like very rushed. So.
Yeah. It wasn't
the
great.
whole thing of Thor, like the production and like the acting were great. It's the story. So the whole thing with Thor is that he starts off as like this arrogant prince about to take the throne. So he starts war with these enemies they've had forever, and it's like his father tries to tell him, it's like, you're arrogant. You're causing war when there doesn't need to be one.
Yeah.
We were at like a tentative like standoff, and we weren't messing with each other, and now we're at war because you can't help yourself.
I'm sorry to say, Star, but after Endgame, you probably will have to start watching the TV shows to admit. I'm now looking at most of these movies, I'm like, that's a lot, and that's a lot of context you're gonna miss.
I'm never gonna watch those shows.
I would say
sorry.
go find us an. I can link you. I'll do you one better. I'll link you a synopsis so you could just like watch that instead. Because it's like you do need to know.
Yeah. Nah,
at the same
no.
time.
I'm gonna say no. The fuck you don't. If you're gonna have a series of movies, the cinematic universe,
Cinematic
don't put
but cinematic also means silver screen.
I know, but I'm talking like, if you're gonna have it as mostly movies and that's gonna be your big bang for the storyline buck, don't put most of your context in TV shows that people aren't gonna be interested in watching. And they're doing that so you'll watch their show and they'll get more views and more money.
Yeah, it's also so they can actually. It's also so they can get Disney Plus to actually do something, because they're Disney Plus makes basically a profit loss every single time that they have done anything.
How can I set notifications to stop giving you shit?
I don't know.
So, sorry, I got distracted. I'm missing Twitter.
You're always distracted. It's fine.
After Thor's The Avengers, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
No notes.
No notes. Can't say anything. Hulk smash. That's all that we need to know. Hulk did a smash, and that's all. That's all I need. Hulk did smash. That's all. Yeah. Shut up, dude. Just give me your bullshit, and I'm gonna see how strong it is, and then if it's too strong, then I'm gonna leave. Alright, sure, I'll take one of your bombs.
Okay. So yeah, Avengers, no notes, 10 out of 10.
No notes, 10 out of 10. Very good.
Thor: The Dark World, 6 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
It was not the best.
I personally did not like it because it was much more dark, which is fine, but I felt like Thor didn't need to be that dark in some way.
Could give or take. I could give or take the movie. I feel like it doesn't add anything
also,
to
yeah, it doesn't add anything. Like the Dark Elves are just gone. Like we don't talk after.
It was just to introduce the Aether is all it was.
Yeah, that's all yeah, you're not wrong. It's all it was, and it wasn't great. Like
Yeah. It's another one of those movies that you don't have to watch to, like, get the whole picture.
Yeah, so I give it what I give it, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Chris Hemsworth. The Thor movies aren't great, babes.
Oh my god.
And then, next is Iron Man 3, my favorite of the Iron Mans. I give that one an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, Iron Man 3. I gave Iron Man 3 about a 7 out of 10.
I'm a little disappointed that they counteracted, like, the stuff that happened to Pepper at the end. Because then at that point, it's like, well, then why do it? I get you gotta give him stakes, but, like, come on. What's the point of doing that if you're just gonna immediately reverse it? That could have been a very cool, like, thing that comes back later. But then they didn't. I do also like it because it's kind of like a setup for, like, Tony and Peter Parker later. Because, you know, you've got that kid. And I kind of wish that kid would have, like, shown up more later on in the movies, even as just, like, a side comment of, like, oh by the way...
No. I can't spoil anything. I can't spoil anything, then. If that's what you're gonna say, I can't spoil anything.
Oh, I'd be so happy if he comes back.
No, because you're... Okay, do you want me to spoil it for you a little bit?
Which movie are you spoiling? Be specific.
This is Endgame. This is the very end of Endgame.
Dude, I've seen it. I know what you're gonna say. I already know. But I'm talking, like, I want it to be more of, like, a recurring thing instead of just that one instance of a callback.
Yeah, like, literally, that's all it is. You see the one guy, he's there, and then he's just, oh, okay, we're done. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
What? No! Come back!
So, but I do feel like it was a good setup for the potential of Tony and Peter. I guess my one gripe is I kind of wish Tony and Peter would have happened sooner.
That's understandable.
Because, like, it left Spider-Man's plotline in a very weird place. Like, I think Tom Holland did a great job as Spider-Man, don't get me wrong. The previous Spider-Man iterations were kind of rough, but I feel like he got kind of the short end of the stick in a couple of ways. Because this version of Spider-Man's story is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's not like... It's so bizarre. And I want a more... It's very rough because I want a more comic book traditional version of Spider-Man, and none of the Spider-Man movies really get that.
No, nothing has really gotten that yet.
Oh, we'll talk about Spider-Man movies.
Oh, we'll talk about Spider-Man.
I'll put that to the end of this list so far. So after Iron Man 3, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
It's alright.
I say 8 out of 10 just for all the stuff it sets up and how well it was executed, like visually. Still a little shaky on some things. There's just... It's a lot of this is like, it depends on everything being connected, and that makes it kind of hard for these to be character-centric movies. And the whole thing is that these are comic book characters. The whole story's about them. You gotta have character-centric writing for this. But they just don't because it's all part of a bigger picture. And I think that's why I like Iron Man 3 so much, because it's very much like a Tony-centered movie. It's about him facing his fuck-ups and growing as a character. And, although this one's very good, and it starts to set, like, cracks in Captain's foundations of, like, his beliefs.
Yeah.
It makes him realize, no, taking orders, like, we can't always trust whoever's giving us the orders. We can't just be a blind soldier. We have to learn to, like, notice the bad in what's supposed to be good and fix it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And that, like, builds on, like, I truly think Captain America and Iron Man are, like, the two most popular characters because they have so much well-written character growth.
I agree with that.
Because they both have very good character growth. I'm not a fan of their, like, endings. I think both of their endings could be better. But they have very good character growth. And I think there's a reason they're a fan favorite.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Alright. And next is... do you have more to
well, I'll say where... Hold up. I didn't really say where I put that.
Yay.
Winter Soldier, I put... Where is it again? Oh, there it is. I put it as a 6 out of 10. For me. Like it does what it needs to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's not really Captain America, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that was something we were talking about earlier, is how it's like a couple of the Captain America movies feel like they didn't need to be labeled as Captain America, but they didn't know what else to put it under.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
It's like he's in it. He's the main guy.
He's doing the thing.
He's present. It could be better. Next is gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Oh, perfect. I put Guardians Galaxy 1 10 out of 10.
Same.
I love it.
I do too. No notes.
Chris Pratt was
very well
perfect.
executed.
Chris Pratt is perfect for Star-Lord.
Yes, they did it. I love, like, the guy who does Rocket does a very good job.
Oh, yeah.
And the actor who plays Yondu, I love him in almost everything he plays. He does such a fantastic job.
I love him at conventions because he's just like he'll do like a rapid fire questions, and like it's very funny. Oh, fucker! I'm gonna have to return to this one. I'm gonna have to run away from this one. Alright. Once I get my Protectus back up. Alright, we're going straight to the final. We're going to the final boss dungeon now. I was supposed to do this like just an hour or two ago. Then I got distracted. Okay.
I don't know if he does it in all of the other movies, but I know that in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Van Diesel played Groot.
Yes, he's been Groot.
Which is like the funniest thing ever. Like, you've got
he was
such
for the
a
first
staple
one.
name.
He was for the first one. I believe he was for Guardians 3.
Was he not in 2?
No, because 2 had Baby Groots the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then
well, that doesn't mean he still didn't play it, and they just like.
And then Infinity War and Endgame had Teenage Groot. So Baby Groot was.
No, yeah, he's been in all of them.
Oh,
so, yeah,
really? Okay.
Yeah, but I still find it funny that, like, of all people, you got fucking Vin Diesel, Vin Diesel, on this movie, and all he says is, "I am Groot."
No, and that's the best part is because I've heard what he says in other how he says he did the Spanish dub for it too.
Did he really?
Yeah, and so he's like, "Yo soy Gruto," or "Yo soy Groot." I think he's done basically the dubs for every single one.
That's hilarious. I love it a lot. That's like the greatest gag of all time.
Yo soy Groot.
So then the next movie is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Really? That fast?
Yeah,
it's 2.
Next on the list.
Really? I put 2 as 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
I gave it 8 out of 10, mostly, and this is just a me thing, I didn't like Ego. I didn't like the Ego plotline. I didn't like the Ego plotline. Like, yes, Ego, good villain. But, holy shit, I did not like the Ego.
It truly feels like it was mostly an excuse to get Mantis on there.
Yeah, pretty much. And I that's another thing. Mantis is such a cooler character in the comics. She's so dumbed down in this version.
Now, I do like how she kind of grows as a character, and you see that, because she starts as like not knowing anything, and the more she's with them, the more she kind of gets the hang of things, and she actually winds up being pretty smart and observant at some points. But I also have that problem because, like, in other movies
I say this with all as much love for the character as possible. Like, she's good, but like what they did to her, no, it's almost on the borderline of they butchered it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, in some regards, based on her mainly because of her power sets in between the movies. Like, what does she do? She's an empath in Guardians. She is much like, okay, let me go. I'm going on Mantis. I'm going to this now. Mantis, Marvel, powers. So she's still an empath in the you know, in the actual like comics too, besides just being a you know, it's
solely
just,
based on emotions, more like mind powers.
yeah, she was based on mind powers. Like she can manipulate emotions, induce sleep, control. She's but here's the thing. She gets to the point that she's actually able to control memories of others. Like we've seen her do the empath thing where she can manipulate emotions and kind of sense emotions, but she has the ability to control memories. She has the ability to control plant life, energy life. Like she's essentially a she's essentially a healer in general, but like all we see in the MCU is just that she's able to manipulate emotions and she's very durable, and that's about it.
And I think that kind of comes from because she was like shown to be Ego's pet, and I feel like that kind of
she's Ego's offspring, if I remember correctly.
I don't think she's Ego's offspring in the movies. I think she's just a pet.
I wouldn't know.
Hold on, I'm about to Google it. End up with Ego. Because if he knew that species has that power, then yeah, he found Mantis.
Oh, he did.
Okay. Yeah. So he's probably on that planet looking for someone who can like help him. But I don't know. I feel like yeah, she has really cool powers, and I think that they could have shown her like growing those powers now that she's away from Ego and not just used as like a sleep aid. I think that could have been handled cooler in the future movies too. But yeah, like the movie itself was great, but Ego, I feel like they could have changed it to anything else. They could have changed it to anything else.
But also, like, Ego is one of the... So in the comics, Ego is one of the celestial beings that is, like, super fucking powerful. Like, it is practically it's nearly impossible to kill Celestials, and yet we have Peter Quill just kind of ripping him in two.
Just blowing his brain up.
Yeah, exactly.
And once again, so like similar to how I was complaining about like Pepper getting powers in like Iron Man 3 and then them immediately being taken away, they do that again in Guardians. Mm-hmm. They give Peter powers and then immediately take them away, and it's like, okay, then why give him those abilities at all?
Right.
And like, even if he wasn't as strong, I think it would have been cool if they had given him some remnant of power. Because, like, I don't know. It just feels annoying for them to give that and then immediately take it away. So once again, it's like, okay, so essentially nothing happened in the end. Like,
yeah, like...
He's the same as when he started.
What was the point of this movie?
Yeah. It's like, I feel like...
But then again, like, I can understand why they did that for, in this movie, because Peter's powers are supposed to be connected to Ego, and they got rid of Ego, which... Again,
makes him more like a human fighting in space, like outnumbered as before. But once again, it's like, it feels like it was just kind of a placeholder. Yeah. Like they just needed some excuse to get like Nebula and Mantis on their team.
Yeah, like
it's very frustrating.
It's not a fun time.
But like I feel like had they replaced just the whole Ego plotline with anything else, it would have been fantastic. It would have been the best. It would have been phenomenal. It would have been a 10 out of 10. And it's not bad for what it is, because like the writing and the character developments are all there. It's just the Ego plotline is just
like, okay, Yondu in this movie, fantastic. Love Yondu, but also Taserface. You know what? That Taserface is actually a recurring villain for the Guardians.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
Let me show you a big picture of Taserface.
And I do like that they did kind of continue that, like, Yondu's team was, like, discontent after he let Quill go a bunch. But I also feel like those who had been with him long enough, who knew Quill from the time he was a kid, they should understand, because wouldn't Quill also be kind of all of their kid, too? Like... Yeah. He was raised with the Ravagers. So unless, like, Yondu got a completely new team, most of them would have been there when he was a kid and would see him as a Ravager and as family. So they would understand, but they don't. And so that feels like a bit of like a plot hole.
Here.
Nothing major.
Here's Star. Right here for you. This
What?
is Taserface in the comics. Global chat.
God.
That is Taserface in the comics, and he's more of a dictator than anything.
He looks like a G.I. Joe doll that got repainted.
Yeah, it's also like the 70s and the 60s, so.
Yeah. But yeah.
But no,
It feels like
I
the
understand what you mean.
Ravagers, and it's like, it makes sense if they're like, look, we keep losing money because of this, and I get that he's like family and everything, but this can't keep going. And then he continues to do, like they mentioned that in the first movie, it would have been more
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I feel like the Ravagers wasn't bad. It was good. Could have been better.
That's fair.
And that's the thing, is that it's a very good movie, but there's just a couple of little things that would have pushed it over the top. Now, I haven't seen Guardians 3 at all, but I do know some spoilers about it, and I know I'm gonna cry a lot.
Yeah.
I already know it's probably gonna be my favorite.
Okay.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy, though. They're very much an inspiration for my UFOs comic idea. Reminds me more like zany and silly.
Okay.
Next up is Avengers: Age of Ultron. This movie got a lot of flack.
Really?
A lot of people do not like Age of Ultron.
I can understand. Okay. I will say this. I can understand that. Because Ultron, he's a hard villain to write. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I was thinking of, too.
Ultron's
like, I feel like it would be
a
easier
hard-
to write now.
Oh, yeah. Like, Ultron's a very hard one to write, especially now that we have, like, the whole, like, AI deal in the world right now. Like, he'd be much better. He'd be much better now. But, Age of Ultron, I put this as a, 7 out of 10. Like, it's not bad. I actually like it. I'm a little disappointed because Quicksilver's not, gone. Then he's probably one of my favorite,
Yeah, I was
he's probably
so
he's one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Okay.
Plus, like but then again, they were in contention with Fox at the time because, well, Fox also owned the rights to Quicksilver because he was in their X-Men movies.
Yeah,
and now those
it
X-Men
was-
movies are no longer around. So at the same time, like,
It was just like a whole thing, yeah. So I'm gonna say I've got a lot of feelings about Age of Ultron.
I know you do. You messaged me.
Different feelings. So the movie, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 and heartily round it up to an 8 because I'm sorry, it's kind of a retelling of Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So and everyone's like, oh yeah, Frankenstein, that big Stitch monster. That's Frankenstein's monster, you dipshit. Read the book. Dr. Frankenstein was the scientist
Yeah,
who made
he's
it.
he's the scientist.
So the whole point of like in the actual book, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein,
Yeah,
like
Mary Shelley's
in the actual book,
Yeah.
and not like the movie depictions or like the cliche that everybody thinks of. How many things are they gonna throw at you? In the actual book, the whole thing is Frankenstein's monster is actually extremely handsome and actually kind of smart, but is very depressed and becomes vengeful and spiteful of Frankenstein because the person that created it and was supposed to love it hates it. And so what are you supposed to do? Like, how are you supposed to know why you exist when the person who made you literally
Hates you.
hates you? Like, it's so viscerally disgusting. Can't even look at you.
Yeah. Like,
And so it's very much like a philosophical journey for Frankenstein's monster, and Frankenstein himself is like, I have to take accountability with this, I have to deal with it. Like, I made this abomination, I made this terrible, terrible thing. But he actually turns out to be quite kind and quite well educated. He just becomes a monster because that's how he's treated.
yeah, it's you're not inherently evil. You become evil from your environment.
So I am gonna put this here and now. Everybody gets mad at Tony in the movie for creating Ultron, and everyone blames him. And to a certain degree, he kind of did, but not intentionally. He was working on the Ultron program already
Yeah.
And he didn't realize that the staff was the Mind Stone. So he thought it was AI coding because, like, it's a magical stone, and if a machine's trying to read it, that's what it's gonna read. So he was literally just running some tests. He wasn't even applying the algorithm or anything to it.
Going to work, and then...
The Mind Stone hijacked his code. So it's technically not his fault, even though he was experimenting with it. He wasn't putting anything into action yet. He was checking to see if it was possible first. And it kind of just jumped and did it on its own.
Yeah, so Ultron was, again, Ultron is once again a misunderstood character.
And so I feel like Ultron kind of coming in
funny
with Tony...
enough, do you want to know how Ultron came about in the comics? Are you curious on that? He was actually the brainchild of Hank Pym.
And Stark?
No! Stark had no involvement.
It was just Pym?
It was just Pym!
Really?
So, Hank Pym is actually one of the smartest people in the MCU. And, yeah, he's the original creator of Ultron. Not Tony. Not Bruce Banner. Not Reed Richards. I don't know if you know who Reed Richards is.
I think I do.
That's Mr. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
None of those smart people. So it was the brainchild of Hank Pym.
That's crazy.
The original Ant-Man.
That's insane, actually.
Also, and the reason that Ultron became evil is because Hank had essentially a massive, like, drinking problem. And was abusive.
Oh no.
Not only that, but because of him being abusive and having like almost schizophrenia levels of like just abuse in him. That's the you've seen Ant-Man, and we're gonna get to that. He's not the Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket's not the guy from the movie. Yellow Jacket's actually Hank Pym after he drops the mantle of Ant-Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So, yeah, Ultron is good. It has its flaws, but it's not bad.
Can I go on my tangent?
Sorry. Yes.
No, you're good. You're good.
I figured it would be interesting.
Yeah. My tangent about Ultron is that, like, it's a hard character to write, but I like the way that they wrote him, actually. I like it a lot. Because the whole thing is that he is the creation of a small piece of code, the Mind Stone, basically, like, universe-bending power. And, like, a bit of, like, not fully developed AI. And, you know, the AI was developed by Tony. His whole thing is, like, making AI that's very reactive to his personality. So, of course, like, it's gonna have, like, a bit of Tony Stark in it. And that's why, like, a couple of times he acts just like Tony, and it makes him mad. Because
he doesn't want to be
like Tony at all, yeah. So it's very fascinating that he talks about evolution and being, like, the better, like, next step of humanity. How he as a machine is superior, but he keeps coming back to being, like, human. He wants to be human. Because he surrounds himself with underlings and people, he keeps the twins around, and then when the twins, like, turn on him when they find out his true intentions, he literally has abducted and, like, captured Black Widow. And he's like, oh, I'm glad you're awake, I wanted to show you this. I don't have anyone else. And he sounds sad, because he wants to be human. He wants to, like...
Again, this is the Pokemon narrative, or not Pokemon. Pinocchio, actually.
Yeah, and he keeps singing, like, the I've got no strings.
There's no strings on me. I've got no strings on me.
It's very much this, like, for all intents and purposes, he is very human in a lot of ways. And he wants to be fully human, but also wants to reject humanity for its flaws. So he's kind of like this, like, he would inevitably self-destruct himself that way. Like, he would bury himself in the ground trying to become human, something he cannot.
Yes, chat. This is StarrSpice getting very passionate about a character that they met just the other day.
That's why he he keeps upgrading himself. Not to make himself stronger, like, yeah, that's a part of it, and you may find that as an excuse, but he keeps trying to make himself more human. His designs get more complicated. His movements get more fluid. He goes from this, like, gangly, half-torn-up StarrSpice to this smooth metal alien-looking thing.
Oh, yeah.
And even his face, the indents in his jaw, make him look like he has a human skull, like he has teeth. He gave himself moving lips to seem as human as possible. Like, he truly, like, he was trying to rebuild himself as an actual person.
Yes.
But it's so interesting that his whole thing was evolution, because he's like, I'm the next step. And that's because he couldn't be the previous step, like he truly wanted. And it's so interesting because, like, Vision himself is such a weird amalgamation of, like, what Stark wanted, and, as well as what Ultron wanted. Because Ultron wanted to be, like, Vision, for all intents and purposes, is a human AI. He's part machine, but, like, with the intelligence and, like, sentience and feeling of a human. And that's what Ultron wanted, because he can kind of feel that, but there's a lot of human emotions that he just can't feel. And I think that's why, like, what Vision was supposed to be is, like, a full version of himself where he can feel everything a human can.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks the body... And that's why he broke out the Mind Stone, is because if he had the Mind Stone combined with his current sentience and AI, then he could be what Vision is. And,
Okay, I'm going to stop you there because we've been on Age of Ultron for a while.
I like Ultron. I want to talk about Ultron.
You can
Anyways,
talk about...
there's only 2 more left.
Okay, you've only watched 2 more after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just finished Civil War
What have
today.
you got? What have you got next?
Ant-Man.
I originally used to like it, but now having, like, the, I guess you could say, the lens taken back. Like I said, there's a lot of, like, inaccuracies from the source material. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Scott Lang is Ant-Man in the comics. He's the second Ant-Man, which is accurate here, but Yellow Jacket's not accurate.
Yeah. And, like, they have to make some changes for, like, the movie universe, and that's fine and everything.
Like, fine.
But for me, it's... The first time I watched it, I couldn't finish it. I just couldn't.
And this is why my Ant-Man's ranking at 4.
Me too. 4 out of 10. Because, like, I'm sorry.
It's not bad, but it's not good.
I wouldn't watch it again. Like, once already feels like too much. It wasn't terrible, but it certainly wasn't great. It felt very lackluster, the writing felt off, the acting was kind of jagged. The only actor I think I really liked was the bad guy and Scott Lang. I don't think I liked anybody else's acting in that movie. And I will say, Scott's story is kind of relatable, like his ex-wife and like her fiance and everything.
Yeah.
They were such pretentious assholes, though. Like they were.
Yeah, his ex-wife and his yeah, like her husband are not great. They're really bad. They're mean.
Ugh. It's just like
it's almost
and my thing is, like, Scott gets out of jail. He gets out of prison, right? He starts working to save up money so he can see his daughter. He's working an honest job. He's gone straight. And he goes to see his daughter on her first birthday since he got out. And they're like, you haven't paid a dime of child support. And it's like, motherfucker, he's been in prison. You know this. You know your daughter wants to see him. And he's trying to go straight. He's literally here telling you he's trying to do better so he can see her. And you're gonna keep her away from him just because he made a mistake in the past.
But that's also a lot of, like, that's actually, like, a lot of people, like, that's almost normal in some, like, regards.
Yeah, I know.
Which sucks. Alright, I'm gonna not continue from here during the games, so we're gonna...
Before you end,
we're not ending yet. We're gonna discuss the last one real quick, so...
Yeah, so the last one is Captain America Civil War. 8 out of 10.
I put Civil War at second. I gave it a 8 out of 10 too, so it's in my A ranking.
I like how we're both kind of on the same wavelength for almost all of the movies.
Yeah. So okay, let me start off with something. Zemo, Baron Zemo, basically the one who killed T'Challa's dad and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. Okay, it's not mentioned in this movie whatsoever. You have to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier to know this. But he is actually a baron. He's actually got some nobility in him. That's the...
What?
Yeah. You don't know this until much later when you actually watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier in chronological order. So, Baron Zemo, even bigger fucking villain. Like, he's a tyrant of his own country, essentially.
Oh, so he's just a bad dude and not some poor bastard.
No,
not to be.
Yeah, but also, like, if you want to see his goofy ass fit from the 60s when he first got introduced, because he was actually a Captain America villain for like the longest time. He was supposed to be like another dictator on par with Hitler. Or excuse me, small mustache man. But this is Zemo. That's the original Zemo.
Oh.
Do you want to see what he looks like when he was brought back for Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
It became this, so it's kind of accurate to like the current timeline Zemo, where he's like much more,
I like that.
Much more of a villain.
That's the good modernization of the outfit too. That's
it's a good modernization. Like it's supposed to be what he is. Like, I don't know any way how else to put it. Like, and he's like super into like making super soldiers. That's like his obsessions. He wanted to make like super soldiers in the comics, or like he just has an obsession with them. I don't remember what it was about, but yeah, he's a genius, master tactician, master hacker, and like he's like built like several machines and shit. Like he's basically the best fucking spy that you can have. But he's also a noble. Like, that's about that's basically it. Also, the only other thing is that he's an expert marksman. He has no other powers. He's just perfect for Captain America in general. Like that's pretty much it. Like, he makes off the walls. Like, he could be Dr. Doofenshmirtz if Dr. Doofenshmirtz is evil. Like, actually evil. And Captain America wasn't there to stop him. So yeah, that's my only gripe with like how Zemo was portrayed, is because you don't know anything about the guy. You just know that his family died in Sokovia, right? And then he takes it out on T'Challa's father, and then or King T'Chaka. He takes it out on King T'Chaka at the UN of all places. And then blames Bucky. And then that's like the whole thing. That's like... And then, yeah. But the Sokovia Accords is actually very reminiscent of what actually happens for Civil War in the comics. Like, it's the exact same points. And I'm glad to hear that you say that you're more on Cap's side, but you see both sides are accurate. Yeah. They're accurate. So,
I'm gonna say flat out, it shouldn't have been a Captain America movie. That needed to be an Avengers movie.
It probably should have been an Avengers movie, but it's again, they're using a villain that is more portrayed in a Captain America, which is probably why they chose to use Captain America to finish up his trilogy, essentially.
Yeah.
But now we have the new we can't say that anymore because now we have the new Captain America trilogy that's probably coming out with World Order.
Let me say my piece on it. Okay. I will say, like you said, I think that it's a very interesting thing to see because, like, yeah, the Avengers are changing the world, but they have now saved the world, like, multiple times and stopped several evil organizations. And yes, there's damage that comes with that, but it's also, like, everybody's pointing the finger and just like, oh, it's their fault, it's their fault. And it's like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, if they didn't do this, they would all have died anyway.
Yeah, it's an act of God at this point.
Yeah, and so it's like, I do agree that there is reason to be concerned that they've got all these superpowered people running rampant with no control and no one, like, overseeing them. They're not listening to anyone.
Oh,
so it's like, who's going to pay for all the damages? Now, it's shown later, of course, that Tony Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. do take care of the cleanup, but with S.H.I.E.L.D. destroyed, that is a worthy concern. So it's like, there's a good point in that, but also I agree with the concept, like, Captain America has now flipped from, because, like, remember the first Avengers, he doesn't ask questions.
Right.
He knows he's there to save things and be a soldier. But now he's like, I have to learn who to trust.
After the events of, like, Winter Soldier, he's got to actually start questioning shit.
Yeah, and he makes a very good point. With the UN Council, like, over 177 people representing each country being in charge of the Avengers, there's always going to be an agenda at play. There's always going to be politics involved.
Yeah,
and like they said, what if something happens and the Avengers need to be there? They can't wait for the approval of 177 people to delegate.
Yeah, because, like, by then, we're already going to be, like, a country's destroyed, and we're going to lose that delegation anyway. So, like...
But I also understand that there does need to be some rules and safeguards put in place for this.
Yes.
But I think Tony Stark is so, like, haunted by the recent events that have happened, especially with losing Pepper, because Pepper broke up with him in that movie.
Yeah.
I feel like Tony's now on the feared side. He's like, no, like, I've seen there are consequences to my actions. He was truly terrified after Ultron about the destruction of the world.
Tony's got some trauma. He's got a lot of trauma.
Yeah, and him seeing the damage that Ultron did, as well as, like, what happened to Sokovia, he's like, no, yeah, we can't do that again. Like, this was, like, it shouldn't have happened in the first place, and, like, we were to blame for it. Because, like, I'm sorry, they were the ones who brought the Mind Stone in there, and even though he wasn't the sole cause of Ultron, like, it still played.
I'm starting our raid to the Cozy Cat Girl.
How dare you not let me finish my rant? I feel like it was a cool way to bring Spider-Man and Ant-Man into things as well.
For sure. I
Cap's
appreciate...
team layout kind of sucks. I don't think they should have won that fight. I still don't understand why Wanda chose Cap's side at all. That still doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But I will say I'm appreciating that we brought Spider-Man in, not through an origin story first.
Yes.
Especially once you get into his actual movie, I'm appreciating that they don't do his origin story again, which is good.
Sora, let me make a proposition. What if we collab and just do a stream where we do just chatting about Marvel stuff? We have a Spider-Man stream.
We could definitely do that. All right. Well, thank you everyone who joined the stream today. We're gonna raid the cat girl. I know it was like a bit of a rant there on just Marvel movies, but at the end, but
I will not apologize.
Thank you for sticking around. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be trying to finish up this game. I am hoping to finish up this game next stream, but we'll see. All right, bye-bye, everybody.
Goodbye.